If you ain't here for God today, man, let me hear you say, we up in here.
We up in here.
We up in here.
We up in here.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, man, today I'm coming from Acts 9, verse 1 through 8. And the reason that I'm coming from this because God kept on telling me, it's your streets versus my streets.
Everyone stand, please.
Where you gonna stand at?
Amen.
Alright? So I'm reading from Acts 9, 1 through 8. When you get there, say amen.
Amen.
Verse 1. And Saul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest, and desired of him letters to Damascus to the synagogues, that if he found any of this way, whether they were men or women, he might bring them abound unto Jerusalem. And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly there shined around about him a light from heaven. And he fell to the earth, and heard a voice saying unto him, Saul, Saul, why persecute thou me?
Yes.
And he said, Who art thou, Lord? Keep that in mind. And the Lord said, I am Jesus, whom thou persecutest.
Well,
It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And he, trembling and astonished, said, Lord, what wilt thou have me do? And the Lord said unto him, Arise, and go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do. Y'all just go ahead and be seated, man. Be seated.
Amen.
The reason why I come from this is because my days was quite like this, you know. I dealt with this my entire teenage life, all the way up until the day I met Ray at McDonald's. And little wonder, a double cheeseburger, small fries, some sweet tea and beef, you know. But he asked me a question that day. Now, that night before, I ain't getting the house till 5 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, what a crazy night that ended up being. All right? But he asked me a simple question. He said, do you believe in God? And then when God's trying to work in your life, and that little light shining down on you when you're on the wrong road, that question does something to your heart. It does something to your spirit. And when you got a little bit of God in you, it wakes you up. So I asked him, I said, what you mean? You know, I believe it's a God, but, you know, I heard the stories, but they kind of just seemed like stories. You know, I thought my mother was crazy whenever she was yelling at me. You know, she just stopped praying all of a sudden. But it did something to my spirit. It changed my life.
Amen.
It saved me from the destruction that I was heading into.
Amen.
All right? See, Paul, the reason why he's my favorite, because he's so much alike. We was going against everything God had in store for us, you know. He was dodging, trying to make things seem work our way instead of working his way. So when he asked me that question, do you believe? I couldn't help but to know a little bit more. Just tell me a little bit more. But I said, Lord, just like Paul, Lord. I recognized right then and there that it was a Lord that was watching over me. See, when you're on that road to destruction, when you're on that road to hell, just seeing that light, it just saves you, you know? Paul asks, who art thou, Lord? See, he recognized him because can't nobody do it like Jesus. You can't help it.
That's
you know,
right.
right down there, you know.
That's right.
So it changed my life.
Amen.
Now, my role was a little different. I had way different plans than be standing here in front of y'all today. You know, I thought I was going big places. You know, big shining lights, billboards, you know how I go as an athlete.
Amen.
But that wasn't God's plan. God had completely different plans, and every time I tried to run, He brought me back to where I was supposed to be.
Amen.
Every time I tried to dodge and do things my way, he brought me back to where I was supposed to be.
Amen.
Moms always say, little boy, you got a story to tell. My whole life growing up, little boy, you might have a story to tell. And as I look around, I see a lot of women. But then I see a lot of little young men. And I just want to tell y'all that the road that y'all on right now, the fact that y'all sitting in this building right now, y'all on the right way. Alright? Y'all on the right way. All y'all little guys, stand up. All y'all young guys, stand up. Everybody young, stand up. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all right here, we gotta start something. You know, because the family works like this. God, man, and woman. Alright? So y'all just be with me. Y'all rock with me. We're going to do some special things, man. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all. Alright? Especially you. Yeah. That's, alright? The reason why I say this is because it took me so long to realize what road that I was on. You know, you see a brother, he tatted it all up, talk with a little slang. You don't think he know anything about Jesus. You see a brother who can hang around all the thugs, hang around all the drug dealers, whatever you want to call it, and you still see that light. It's possible. But I don't want y'all to feel like you gotta run from it. You know, no matter how much your mom says, stay away, stay away, stay away. One day you gonna go.
Yeah.
You gonna go. You gonna go see what the outside world is really like, because the house only there for so long. The streets only hide so long.
Yeah.
But when it finds you, y'all gonna know how to deal with it. Y'all gonna know how to deal with it. And the reason why you gonna know how to deal with it is because from day one you've been in the house of the Lord. From the day one, you've been protected. See, it's a protection thing. Okay? It's a protection thing. Keep in mind, Saul persecuted these Christians from day one. Just like the world persecutes us from day one. Okay? When you get persecuted like that, man, you got two options. You either give in or you fight back. Y'all got a secret weapon. Something in y'all heart, something in y'all spirit. And the reason why I talk to y'all young men, because who else is going to do it? That's how I look at it. If not me, who else? Because if I don't say anything, I'm not doing my job. So remember, fellas, y'all never got to stay quiet. No matter who, no matter what. Never stay quiet. No matter who persecutes you. No matter who tell you you're wrong. You always stand and fight. See, I learned this at a late age. I wish somebody would have really broke it down to me at an early age. You know? But it takes for someone to become like you to explain it to you. That's why I thank God for Ray. Pastor Ray. But I do, man. I thank God for him, because no matter how many times I heard the same exact thing a million different times, it didn't make any sense until somebody spoke in my language. So don't be scared of where you come from when it's time to go out into this world. Y'all in middle school, elementary school, some of y'all high school, Corn, I think you were in college, right? Y'all gonna see some things